Attention! Arsenal opens the way for Liverpool to sign a £65 million star in January. The decision regarding Arne Slot's dismissal has been made after Liverpool's latest humiliation against Nottingham Forest. Liverpool is ready to make a move in January for a major target while European giants show strong interest. Hello, Reds fan! Let's check out the latest updates from the biggest club in the world. Arsenal's stance on Antoine Semenyo has changed significantly according to Football London, and this shift could be crucial for Liverpool's plans to bring the Bournemouth forward to Anfield. With the January window approaching and interest growing across the Premier League, the 25-year-old Ghanaian has quickly become one of the most intriguing attacking opportunities on the market. His release clause, valued at £60 million with an additional $5 million in bonuses, will be activated at the beginning of 2026. This mechanism allows any club willing to pay the amount to bypass prolonged negotiations. Acting quickly will give a clear advantage. Liverpool, Manchester City, and Tottenham had been monitoring the situation, but Arsenal's decision to withdraw represents a major boost for the Reds. Earlier this month, it was believed that the North London club was internally assessing several forwards. However, recent signs indicate that the board has fully abandoned the idea of pursuing Semenyo. With Arsenal out of the race for Semenyo, the path is now open for Liverpool to move forward. The Reds have been tracking the player for a long time and still benefit from the direct connection of Richard Hughes, who signed him at Bournemouth. As the club prepares for a major attacking reshuffle in the coming months, the interest in Semenyo makes even more sense. On the other hand, Arsenal stepped away for financial reasons. After heavy spending in the recent window, the club is close to UEFA's squad cost limit and could only make a big January signing by selling an important player, something unlikely right now. The London side also wants to maintain stability in the squad, especially given their strong form in the Premier League and in Europe. Because of that, the perfect scenario is in place for Liverpool to accelerate talks as soon as Semenyo's clause becomes active. Another factor is the confidence in the current attacking options. Several players are competing for minutes across all frontline positions, and there is no internal pressure to disrupt this balance mid-season. According to sources close to the situation, this confidence is a key reason behind the decision to step away from the chase for Semenyo. Semenyo himself has expressed admiration for Arsenal, but he has also made it clear that he aims to play for elite European clubs if the right opportunity appears. In an interview with The Athletic, he stated, "I'm an Arsenal fan. It's great to play against the club I've followed my whole life, but I also want to play for big teams. To achieve that, I need to prove myself, score goals, and stay consistent." With Arsenal out of the race for Antoine Semenyo, Liverpool now has a much clearer path to move forward. While the London club focuses on future attacking plans and monitors names like Kenan Yildiz and young defenders, none of that affects the current situation. Arsenal's decision is, at this moment, the most decisive factor, and it may be exactly what allows Semenyo to make the move to Anfield.
Pressure on Arne Slot continues to rise after Liverpool's worrying run of 6 consecutive Premier League defeats. Despite the chaos, experts believe the Dutch coach remains safe in his position, even after a disastrous start to the 2025-26 season. His job security is largely tied to the historic achievement of last year when he led Liverpool to the league title in his first season after replacing Jurgen Klopp. The 3-0 defeat to Nottingham Forest at Anfield intensified the alarms. The team looks demotivated, unable to react on the pitch, and far from the level of intensity that defined the Klopp era. The decline becomes even more concerning when considering the massive £450 million summer investment in rebuilding the squad. Even so, Slot still works with a large core of players inherited from Klopp, raising questions about his methods, tactical approach, and ability to reignite the team's competitive spirit. Arsenal legend Martin Keown believes that, despite the recent collapse, Liverpool's board will not sack Slot anytime soon. According to him, last season's achievements still carry enormous weight. Speaking to TNT Sports, Keown said that the moment is critical, but not enough to justify an immediate dismissal. He argued that it is unthinkable for a manager to win the league one year and be fired the next, even amid such a negative streak. He emphasized that the contrast between this season and the last is inconceivable, especially with Liverpool already 8 points behind the leaders. Former Liverpool midfielder Jamie Redknapp agrees. Speaking to Sky Sports, he highlighted that the turbulent summer faced by Slot and the squad already hinted that difficulties would eventually surface. According to Redknapp, Klopp's departure could easily have caused a decline last season, but the team achieved something extraordinary by winning the league. Now, the aftershocks are finally being felt. Redknapp argues that this moment requires calm, patience, and careful evaluation without giving in to the growing calls for the manager's dismissal. He insists that any rushed decision would be unfair given the circumstances. Slot and his players endured one of the most challenging preseasons imaginable, with numerous adjustments inside the dressing room and extremely high expectations. Experts largely agree on one point. Liverpool is experiencing a severe crisis, but Arne Slot still deserves time, stability, and space to try to correct the team's trajectory before any drastic decision is made.
Liverpool's going through difficult weeks in the Premier League, and the need to reinforce the squad has become evident. With the January transfer window approaching, the club's leadership admits that fast and decisive action will be necessary. The defense has emerged as the most urgent area to strengthen, and Mark Guéhi of Crystal Palace is considered the main target to resolve the current issues. The club was very close to signing Guéhi last summer, but Crystal Palace withdrew after failing to secure a replacement. That decision has already cost Liverpool, who continue to struggle defensively this season. Meanwhile, the competition has increased, with Real Madrid and Bayern Munich closely observing the situation. Guéhi's contract runs until the summer of 2026, and he's expected not to renew with Palace. Liverpool initially planned to wait and sign him on a free transfer, but pressure from European giants may force an immediate move and a transfer fee in January. According to Football Insider, journalist Pete O'Rourke stated that Liverpool may bring negotiations forward if they sense that Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, or Inter Milan are preparing pre-contract offers. If that happens, Liverpool could lose the defender unless they act quickly. Crystal Palace also faces a dilemma. Manager Oliver Glasner does not want to lose Guéhi mid-season, as he would be extremely difficult to replace. However, selling him in January would at least guarantee a financial return instead of losing him for free next year. The player's future, therefore, remains uncertain, and everything will depend on the movements in the upcoming transfer window. Many analysts believe the solution is obvious. Liverpool must sign Mark Guéhi as soon as possible. With the current defensive instability, his arrival could immediately reorganize the backline and have a direct impact on the team's performance. Even if Palace demands a high fee, the investment may ultimately prove worthwhile. January represents a crucial opportunity. If Liverpool acts quickly, they can secure the signing, strengthen the squad, and fend off competition from Europe's biggest clubs. If they hesitate, they risk losing one of England's most promising centre-backs at the exact moment they need him the most. Do you believe Liverpool should act immediately and sign Mark Guéhi in January, even at a high cost? Or is it better to wait until the end of the season and risk losing him to another European giant? Thank you very much for watching until the end. See you next time.